I've had the honor of talking to a lot of people that have been depressed. They have trusted me enough to talk to me when they were in the blackest part of their life. And there was a lot of things that were different in how I experienced it and how they experienced it. And I think everyone experiences it a little differently. I'm no expert, but I've spent quite a lot of time there. I've been there a few times. I wrestle with it to this day. It is a cold, dark hell, but sometimes it feels like home. For me, depression was first as a little kid, realizing that I'm not like the other kids and that I'll never be like them. Being rejected by the people I thought were friends and becoming more and more alone. Grasping to connect with anyone. Adults, anyone. Changing who I was, putting on a different face and becoming a chameleon just for some modicum of acceptance. Just for anything. The chameleon worked a little bit. I could just keep changing who I was. And talking different and being different and acting different. Eventually they'll accept me. No, they won't. I could be in a room with 1,000 people and be absolutely alone. Completely and totally alone. And then the blackness came. As Jim Carrey said, depression is your soul telling you that it doesn't like this character anymore. My soul didn't like any of it anymore. I didn't want anything. For a long time there was only sadness and the mask, and then emptiness, then sadness and the mask. And then I started taking more and more risks, thinking if it goes wrong, at least it'll be over. Worst case, it'll be over. I wouldn't do it on purpose, but I prayed not to wake up for a long time. I begged for every day to be my last. I begged for every day to be my last. For it to stop. And then it did. Then came the cold. Where there was absolutely nothing. Just the mask and nothing. No love, no joy, no fear, no pain, no hope. Not even sadness. Home was gone. It was just the cold. I promised myself I wouldn't do it. But it got to the point where I didn't give a shit about that promise anymore. As I was contemplating how to do it, whether or not to leave a note, where to do it, I sat down in a chair, looked over, and there was a Bible I was given in confirmation decades before. Opened it up to Lamentations 3, and then I realized I wasn't alone. And not only was I not alone, as long as there had been man, it had been this way. That was not the end. It was just the beginning. I was still in the cold.